Hey YouTube, what's going on? Is it possible to prove God exists? In a scientific sense, no it isn't. You can't experiment, observe, or measure God. But I still think there are a lot of reasons to believe that God's existence is probable. The reason I wanted to make this video is because if you watch atheists on YouTube, they'll bash and mock religion all day long, but they'll never once give you a reason to actually be an atheist.
There's a reason that we do that, you know. There's a reason why, well, we give you a reason, but you won't listen to it. That's just the gist of it, actually, dude. Now, not by all means, I don't think you misrepresent anything, because... Well, actually, yeah, you do, you misrepresent it. It's not like atheists don't give you a reason. Yeah, there are atheists who bash you all the time. And I will lift up my hand and say, I'm guilty of that. I've bashed religion, and I'm going to continue to bash religion. But no matter what reason we would give you, what rational reason we give you for not believing in God, you won't accept it. You are so afraid of not believing and not having everything after you die, that you just won't accept it. And true, it's of your own choice, but it gets really annoying and it gets really frustrating with us. So that's why we just bash religion, because the moment your religion crumbles, you have no leg to stand on anymore. Hello people of the internet and beyond there. Lord Shockwave Reborn here. This is my first video response to State of Daniel. I'm just going to skip over the first part and go directly to his arguments, because that's what's actually interesting me and that's what I want to hear. So let's go.
The first reason is the argument from design. The premise is that where there is a design, there must be a creator. And when you look around the universe and at all of its intricacies, it's pretty clear that there is design. So if there's always a creator behind design, then there must be a creator for our universe. I mean, think about it. If you saw a wooden house on the beach, you wouldn't think that the wind or waves of a hurricane put it together. You would know that someone intelligent put it together. When you see design, you immediately know there's a designer. An atheist wouldn't believe that a painting came together by chance. So why would you think the same about such a wondrous universe?
Well, the thing is, Mr. Daniel, that this universe and this world is not intelligently designed. I mean, look around. Yes, it's beautiful. And personally, I find it more beautiful knowing that it just came about. No design necessary. But that's not the point here. The point is, this world is full of things that can kill us. Other dangerous animals like tigers, lions, bears. Creatures that, majestic and beautiful creatures who can kill us with one swipe of their claws. So, yeah. Or mangle us for life. Diseases, natural disasters, evil in general. And don't get into the evil argument here. You get the idea. This world is not intelligently designed. If this world was designed, it was not designed for us. That's clear. Because there are so many things that can hurt and kill us in this world. Then, if you're going to say that this world was intelligently designed for us, then I say that's bullshit. And the same goes for the universe. I mean, the universe, and bear in mind, we only scratched the surface, or barely scratched the surface of what the vastness of this grand universe is. It's full of things that can kill us. Supernovas, rogue planets, exploding stars, dark holes. There is enough in this universe that can kill us. So that leaves me with a very simple conclusion. This universe is not intelligently designed. Or two, if there is a God, or your God, or creator, then he did a really shitty job at it, because I wouldn't call this intelligent design. So A, this universe was not designed, or B, your God is a really shitty creator.
You know, there's actually this theory that if you gave 1 million monkeys 1 million typewriters, they'd eventually randomly type out the entire works of Shakespeare. Yet whenever we see Romeo and Juliet lying around, we don't think it was randomly created. It's strange that atheists would apply this same logic to the existence of everything. Even if you believe in evolution, evolution is just proof of a divine creator. The evolving order of species from simple to complex sounds very much like a well-designed and very intentional plot.
Sorry, I couldn't resist. You can't believe in evolution. Evolution is a fact. It happened. You can't believe in it like religion. I mean, religion, belief in a creator requires belief. That's faith. Believe in something you can't see. true, we can't see evolution really on a spectacular level like most of it, but we have proof that it happened. We have the fossil record. We have pointed it all back, and Charles Darwin has observed it all and wrote it all down for us, how it worked, and he spent his life on that. That's pretty enough evidence to support that evolution is real, and it is real. It has happened. You just won't accept it because you are so afraid of not believing in God and risking your internal soul or whatever that you don't even consider it. Now, yeah, you can say that evolution, that God lit the fuse or something, but for that you need to prove that God exists to begin with, and you haven't done that. You have belief, and that's okay, but for us, it's not going to cut it.
The second argument is known as the first cause argument. Everything needs an explanation. If you randomly saw a dog in your house, you would not think that it magically appeared there. You would know that there's an explanation behind it. Maybe your parents got a new dog, or maybe it snuck in when you weren't looking. Everything has an explanation. Everything has a cause because everything is interlocked. You were caused by your parents, who were caused by your grandparents, who were caused by your ancestors. Everything in this world can be traced back and back and back. So it makes sense that the entire universe must also have a cause. The universe has to have a first cause, or it would be impossible to exist. Think of yourself as a caboose on this great freight train, and your parents are the next boxcar, and your grandparents are the next boxcar. There has to be an engine at the end of the train, or else none of the boxcars move. A universe without a first cause is like a moving train without an engine.
I can basically review that with something very simple, dude. Yeah, you can say everything needs a cause, but what if the universe was just always there? I mean, yeah, in your mindset, because you have adopted this mindset that will never change, but what if the universe has always existed? I mean, and there comes by, of course, we have the infinite regress. I mean, if everything, according to you and your words, needs a creator, who created God? And who created the person who created God? And who created the person who created the person who created God? It goes on and on like that. I mean, there must be a progenitor for everything, according to you. So who created your God if everything needs a creator? And for the record, God is timeless and spaceless doesn't account. It's not a valid answer. It doesn't work.
The third reason is the argument of miracles. I can't perform miracles and you can't perform miracles. In fact, miracles can't come from any humans and they can't come from nature. So if miracles exist, then so must God.
Okay, I don't get it. I mean, seriously, I find this a weird assumption to make. I mean, miracles exist, therefore God exists. That's a really dumb analogy, actually. It really depends on what you consider a miracle. Do you consider babies a miracle? Because I don't. I mean, babies happen regularly, almost daily. There are hundreds of babies born every day. So I wouldn't consider it personally a miracle. Maybe to the person having that baby, it can be considered a miracle. Yeah, true. But that's that person individual's look on things, not mine. I mean, what you consider a miracle, other people who won't consider a miracle. And there are some people who don't believe in miracles at all. I wouldn't say that I personally don't believe in a miracle, but I don't really have a clear definition of what a miracle is. So your argument doesn't hold water in the sense that everyone's definition of a miracle is different. I mean, sure, there are maybe people who have also your view on what a miracle is, but for just as many people, there are thousands of people who don't have it. They have a different definition of a miracle. So, yeah. And then, of course, you have the people who don't believe in a miracle at all.
The fourth reason is Pascal's wager.
There's a few problems with Pascal's wager. For one, you have to assume that a God exists, which I don't. I don't think a God exists. Or, well, at least not your God. Your God definitely doesn't exist. And two, there has to be an afterlife. I mean, there is no proof of an afterlife. In my opinion, in my head, I always go like, when I die, I will be like, if there's an afterlife, good. If there isn't, then I can't be disappointed about it because I'll be dead. So it basically, I feel like I have nothing to lose. I mean, but yeah, that's just me actually.
If you're unfamiliar with Pascal's wager, he paints this situation where it's impossible to prove or disprove the existence of God, but you must still place a wager and choose one side or the other. If you believe in God, but he doesn't actually exist, then you haven't lost anything. But if you don't believe in God and he does exist, then you're kinda screwed. The whole point of the wager is to make you think about what makes more sense. Are you gonna bet for God or against God?
So basically what you're saying here is believe what we believe or screw you and you're going to feel pain for the rest of existence, or eternity in that sense. This sounds more like a threat than like a rational decision that someone would make. It's like I'm holding a gun to your head and say, do this or I'm going to kill you. Yeah, that's what it is. It's just a threat. And on a related note, do you think hell actually scares atheists? No, it doesn't. If you think, say, hell, all we mostly do is laugh at you because you think, oh yeah, a fictional place that you probably made up and was made up thousands of years ago. Yeah, sure, we are afraid of that now. We're not children, you know. We are educated people, most of us at least, that know what we're thinking, and we think that the concept of hell is utterly ridiculous. So, if the next time you're trying to scare us, please use it something different, because hell doesn't work anymore. It's outdated.
Turns out that God doesn't exist, then it doesn't matter how you bet. But if God does exist, then your only chance for eternal life and eternal salvation is to believe. So why would you or anyone bet against God? Atheism is a horrible bet because there's absolutely no chance of winning. And you know what? Whether you like it or not, we all have to play the game. We all have to make a bet because at some point or another, we all die. So if you're an atheist, are you confident in your bet? Can you be sure that there is no God?
I don't make a bet. I just live, I die, I live my life the way I want, and then I die, and if there's an afterlife, I will see when that comes to pass. And am I certain? I am certain that your God doesn't exist. Do I think there's a creator? Could be. But if there is a creator, which I think is very possible, it's definitely not yours. That's what I'm certain of. It's not your God. Anyways, all you people, thank you all for watching this video. My excuses to Mr. Daniel for cutting up most of his video. I did it just because I don't want to make the video too long, and I wanted to focus more on the arguments than everything else that he has to say. I'm sure he's a perfectly okay fella. I have nothing against him, but your arguments don't make sense, are outdated, and pretty laughable, to be honest. Thank you all for watching this video. Welcome to Lord Shockwave Reborn. Please subscribe if you enjoy my content, and I hope to see you again for the next video. So take that to the bank.